Hello guys, it's Mr. Abdullah Ramadan, and today inshallah we are going to learn a very important lesson. We are going to know more about the present simple. So let's get started and know more about what are we going to take today. Number one, we are going to know what's the present simple, and in number two, we are going to learn when do we use the present simple. Number three, we are going to know more how can we use the present simple. Number four, we are going to take the adverbs of frequency. And five, we are going to know how to form a question using the present simple. In number six, we are going to know how to negate a sentence in the present simple, how to put a sentence in the negative form. And in number seven, we are going to know how to make short answers for the questions in the present simple. Okay, let's get started. So, number one, what's the present simple? Okay, the present simple is a tense that we use to speak about three things. Number one, we talk about facts. So, we use the present simple to speak about facts. For example, I live in London. I live in London. This is a fact. So when I say I live in Cairo, I live in Egypt, so this is a fact. So number one, we use the present simple when we speak about facts, okay? Number two, we use the present simple to talk about habits. So we use it to speak about our habits. For example, I play football every Tuesday. So I play football every Tuesday. So this is a habit. Habit means something that I do regularly in a specific time. So here, I play football when? Every Tuesday. So in number three, also we use the present simple to speak about timetables. So what's a timetable? It's something that we use to speak about when we have like a timetable or a schedule. For example, my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. So when does my flight leave? It's going to leave, or my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. Some of you will think that this is a future tense. My flight leaves at 9. For example, it's 2 o'clock now, and my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. So this is in the future. No. When we have a timetable like this, we put the sentence in the simple or the present simple form. So, a timetable for a plane or train, a bus, anything, or a school schedule, we put the sentence in the present simple. Like here, my flight leaves at 9 o'clock. So this is a present simple tense. So again, the use of present simple, we use it in three cases. Number one, to speak about facts, like I live in Cairo, I live in London. And number two, to talk about habits, like I play football every Tuesday. And number three, when we speak about timetables for school, train, bus, etc. Okay, good. Let's go to this slide. Here, I got you an example. I live in London. So this is a fact, yes. So here, I live in London is fact, okay? In this one, I play football on Tuesdays. I play football on Tuesdays. So this is, a habit. Like here, I told you it's a habit, okay? Number three, timetable. My flight leaves at 9 o'clock. So this is a timetable. So I told you when we speak about timetables, we use excellent, the present simple tense. Okay, let's move to another point. Here, we are going to take the keywords. So what's a keyword? A keyword is a word that when you say, you are going to know that you are going to use or you are speaking about a specific tense. For example, when we say these like words, we are going to know that we are speaking about the present simple. Excellent. So we have here every Monday, every week, every month, etc. So these are the keywords of the present simple. What else? We have on Tuesday, on Sunday, etc. So every Monday, every week, every month, every Saturday, whatever. This is, or these are some of the keywords of the present simple. What else? We have more. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, in the summer. This is a present simple keyword. Okay? So these are the keywords, or some of the keywords that we have to memorize. So again, every Monday, every week, every month, etc. On Tuesdays, on Sundays, and in the morning, in the afternoon, in the summer. Good. Let's take another thing. At Christmas also, yeah, at Easter. So these also some of the words or expressions that we are going to learn in the present simple. Good. Here we are going to know more about the adverbs of frequency. Do you see this here? Always 100%, usually 80%, often 60 to 70%, sometimes from 40 to like 50%, seldom from 20 or 20%, never 0%. So what's the main meaning of this picture here or slide? I just want you to know that when you do something like always doing it, or you do this thing always, this means that you always do it. You always do it. For example, I go to school every day. I go to school every day. So it's something that you are always doing. Always go to school. So 100%. Usually when you do something but not 100% like always here. For example, I usually play PlayStation. Actually, I always play PlayStation, but I mean here, I usually play PlayStation. So here, it's from 60% to 80%. So it's not always, okay? Often or often, both are right. When you do something, but not always or usually, from time to time, okay? Sometimes it means that twice per week, 3 times per week, not often or usually or even always. Good. Seldom, 1 time per month or twice per month, and never, you never do it. For example, I never play PlayStation. It's a lie. Okay, I never play PlayStation, so it means that you don't play PlayStation games. So these are the adverbs of frequency. Okay, good. Let's get something else. Here we have the verb conjugation, or the third singular. He, she, it. Okay. In the present simple, we have a very important thing you have to focus here. We have to put to the verb with he, she, and it, we have to put 3 endings. S, like here, es, like here, and ies. So when do we add s or es or ies? Let's get to know. In most verbs, in most cases, we just add s. So in most cases we add s. Like here, she works or he works, writes, loves. So in most cases we put just s. Like in this example, she always talks about school. She always talks about school. So in most verbs, so it's a general rule. In most verbs, or in most cases, we put s to the verb when we use examples using he, she, and it. Good? Okay. Number 2, this is very important. I need for me to focus. Verbs ending in s, ch, sh, x, and o. So here we are going to put es. So we put es to the verb when the verb ends with s, ch, sh, x, or o. Let's have some examples. In this example, kes. Kes. It ends with what? Great. SS. Okay, so we have to put here, we have to put here SS also. Okay, so if the verb, again, if the verb ends with S, SS, CH, SH, X or O, we add ES to the verb. Okay, so here, kes ends with, excellent, SS, double S. So we add, great, ES. Here, reach, reach. It ends with CH here, CH. So we add ES to the verb. Good. Here, wash, wash. So here it ends with SH, SH. So we add, great, ES, washes, washes. That's great. Here, fix, fix. It ends with X. So we are going to add, yeah, cool, good, ES, fixes, fixes. That's great. In the last, verb, go, go. It ends with O. So we are going to add ES. We are going to add ES. Let's have this example. Ben never washes his hands. Ben never washes his hands. So the verb here is wash. It ends with, excellent, SH. So we are going to add ES here. Okay, ES. The last thing here, we add IES to the verb, IES to the verb here. If the verb ends with Y, and before the Y we have a consonant. Before the Y we have a consonant. Okay, a consonant means it's not a vowel sound like A, I, E, U, O. Of course you know this. So if the verb ends with Y, and before the Y we have a consonant, so we are going to remove the Y and add IES. Let's have some example. Here, verb ending in consonant plus Y, we remove Y and add IES. For example, study, S-T-U-D-Y. It ends with Y. Study, study, S-T-U-D-Y. So here we have the Y, and before the Y we have, excellent, D. So D is a consonant. Okay, so we are going to remove the Y and add what? Excellent, IES. So here it's going to be studies, studies. Good. Number 2, worry. W-O-R-R-Y. Y, and before the Y we have R. Consonant or vowel? Consonant. Great. So we are going to remove the Y and add IES. Also in cry, C-R-Y, Y, and before the Y we have a consonant which is R, so we are going to remove the Y and add IES. Good. Let's have this example. Mary sometimes studies at night. So Mary sometimes studies at night. Good. So again, I'm going to repeat this quickly. In most verbs, we add S to the verb when we use example using he, she, or it. So here, work, it's going to be works, speak, speaks, writes, or writes, love, loves. For example, she always talks about school. She always talks about school. Good. Number 2, verbs ending in S, SS, CH, SH, X, or O. We are going to add, good, ES, like kiss, K-I-S-S-E-S. Reach or reach, CH, it's going to be reaches. Okay? Wash, washes, fix, fixes, and go, goes. Great. For example, Ben never washes his hands. Ben never washes his hands. And the last one here, verbs ending in consonant it's not a vowel, plus y, like study, studies, and worry, worries, cry, cries, and study, again, studies, okay? For example, Mary sometimes studies at night. Mary sometimes studies at night. Good? Okay, let's get like to know another thing. So here we have present simple in the affirmative, question, and negative form. So what's affirmative? Affirmative is the opposite of negative. For example, here, I work. I work. Here, I don't work. So it's the opposite of negative. Okay? So here, I work. I work. In the question, do I work? In the negative, I don't work. So what did you notice here? Here, I want you to know that when we use I, we, you, and they, we put the verb in the infinitive. We put the verb in the infinitive. What do I mean by infinitive? I mean the verb without any adds. Okay, so here work, it's work. I work, we work, they work. Okay, don't add anything to the verb. Okay, when we use I, we, you, and they. Okay, so I work. So I need to change this verb into negative, or to put the verb in the negative form. So I use don't to put the verb in the negative form. Just don't? No. We have also doesn't. We are going to know it now. So here, I work. In the negative, I don't work. So if I need to make a question, it's easy. Just you're going just to make a scissor. Okay? You're going to put the verb at first and the pronoun after it. Okay? Or the like subject. So do I work? Do I work? Okay, so in the affirmative, I work. Question, do I work? And in the negative, I don't work. Let's have some more examples. You work. Do you work? You do not work. Here, he works. Here, we put S. Of course, we know why. Okay, here, does. So we use do with I, we, you, and they, and we use does with he, she, and that. Good? So here, he works. Does he works? Does he work? I'm sorry. He doesn't work. Here we have a very important thing. In the question and negative form, we put the verb in infinitive. What do I mean by that? Here, he works. When I change this sentence into a question or a negative form, I put the verb here without any adds. Here, work, work, and here is works. So in the affirmative, it's okay. I add s or es or ies. But in the negative or the question, I have to put the verb in the infinitive without any adds. Okay, so here he works. Does he work? Not works. He doesn't work. Not works. Okay, and as I told you, we use don't and do with I, we, you, and they, and we use does and doesn't with he, she, and that. Okay, good. Let's get more examples. She works. Does she work? She doesn't work. Not works because it's in the negative form or the question form. Some more examples. It works. Does it work? It doesn't work. We work. Do we work? We don't work. Okay? You work. Do you work? You don't work. Okay? They work. Do they work? Or they don't work. Okay? So don't me or do not means don't, doesn't or does not. You can use both. So you can say do not or don't, or does not or doesn't. Both are the same and both are right. Good. Let's get another thing. Here, how to form a short answer. For example, so here we form short answers with yes, no, plus subject pronoun, plus do, don't, does, or doesn't. So what do I mean here? Let's have an example. When I ask you, do you like ice cream? Do you like ice cream? So I need to answer this question. I need to say yes, or I need to say no. So in this case, if you want to use a short answer or say a short answer, you can say yes I do, or you can say no I don't. In the next example here, does he play football every day? Does he play football every day? So no he doesn't. So we use yes I do for short answer when I say yes, and no I don't, or no he doesn't or she doesn't when we use short answers. Again, we have yes I do, no I don't, and we have yes he, she, or it does, or no she doesn't. Here, do you like ice cream? Someone is asking you. Yes, I do. Here, I'm asking you about someone. Does he play football every day? No, he doesn't. Okay? So you don't have to say, no, he doesn't play football every day. No. Or you don't have to say, yes, I do like ice cream. No. You can just say, yes, I do. No, he doesn't. Another example. Do they wash the car on Mondays? Do they wash the car on Mondays? Yes, they do. Or no, they don't. Does Penny work? No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Okay? Here, do Paul and Jem go to school? Do Paul and Jem go to school? Yes, they do. So here you are not going to say, yes, they do go to school. No, just yes, they do. That's why we call it a short answer, okay? Good. Does Liam watch TV at night? No, he doesn't. Or good. Yes, he does. So we form short answers with yes or no, plus subject pronoun, okay, plus do or don't or does or doesn't, like the examples here. Like for example, do you like ice cream? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he play football on or every day? I'm sorry. No, he doesn't. Or yes, he does. Let's get another thing. Oh my God, that's the end. Okay, thank you for watching. I need from you to keep practicing. I need from you to answer some exercises, and see you later in another video. Goodbye.